Buffett said, "Most behavior is habitual, and they say that the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Work on building positive money habits and breaking those that hurt your wallet." Warren Buffett believes that you can't get rid of bad money habits, but you can easily replace them with good ones. This is the only way to increase the amount of money in your life. So if you want to find out more, keep watching this video until the end. One of the wealthiest individuals on the planet didn't start with a silver spoon. He built his fortune from scratch, and he's worth about $137 billion. Buffett still lives in the same relatively modest house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. Prefers regular transport to a private business jet, and plays bridge instead of throwing parties. It is this unexpected combination of immense wealth and a simple life that draws the world's interest. Starting early and learning along the way is crucial for financial success. As emphasized by Warren Buffett, he said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." This isn't merely a catchy phrase, it's a fundamental truth in the realm of finance. Buffett's journey began at a young age. He bought his first stock at just 11 years old and filed his first tax return at age 13, claiming his bicycle as a work expense. These early steps laid the foundation for his future success. Warren Buffett started reading books about investing when he was just 7 years old. His father owned a small investment shop, and young Buffett often picked up the books lying around the office, and to this day he devotes 5 to 6 hours a day to reading. Warren Buffett, renowned as an investment sage, actually made much of his wealth by adhering to prudent financial habits, as he clearly understands the value of each dollar. Drawing from his experience, we'll delve into the money practices that Buffett actively employs and how to transition from having no money to amassing significant wealth. Smart spending. Over 60% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck as of November, according to finance data firm Payments. Meanwhile, data from the Federal Reserve's most recent survey of consumer finances, released in October, shows that the median net worth of a U.S. family was just $192,900 in 2022. Initially, smart spending habit may seem trivial, but most of the people do not know how to spend money properly. Unfortunately, some people operate under a zero-balance mentality. A person might believe they can get away with spending $1,000 a week if they earn $1,000 that week. In reality, they can actually only afford to spend less than $1,000 if they account for unexpected expenses and the need to save. Contemplate its value carefully. It might be smart to explore alternative income streams before committing to saving for such a purchase. Also, it's important to note that Buffett encourages people to plan for all income and expenses, no matter how much you earn and spend. The challenge with having $1 million is that it's a substantial amount of money. You must monitor it closely, or it can easily vanish without you even realizing where it went. The importance of cash. In a world of uncertainty, the importance of cash cannot be overstated, serving as a crucial lifeline for meeting immediate needs, seizing opportunities, and weathering unforeseen emergencies. During times of economic boom, people tend to indulge in lavish spending, acquiring the latest fashion trends, gadgets, and fulfilling their desires without hesitation. Credit cards are readily used, leading to an accumulation of debt. While this period may seem favorable due to the flourishing economy, it's essential to consider preparing for potential downturns. Now is the opportune moment to sharpen your weapon and fortify your position, as history has shown that market crashes are inevitable. In 2008, at the peak point of the global financial crisis, the legendary investor Warren Buffett invested $5 billion in Goldman Sachs to strengthen the firm's capitalization and liquidity in turbulent times. The then decision of Buffett has generated a return of roughly $3.1 billion for him. Buffett had placed his bets on Goldman Sachs soon after the collapse of the Lehman Brothers. Buffett said, "Cash, though, is to a business as oxygen is to an individual, never thought about when it is present, the only thing in mind when it is absent." Berkshire Hathaway recently released its annual report, revealing that the conglomerate holding company held a record high of $168 billion in cash and cash equivalents at the end of 2023.
And believe me, cash is not trash. Charlie?
The principle of investing money rather than keeping it idle embodies a timeless truth that has guided generations of financiers and investors. By embracing this principle, individuals can safeguard their financial well-being, harness the power of compounding returns, and contribute to the growth and prosperity of economies. In a world characterized by uncertainty and change, investing remains a steadfast beacon of opportunity and resilience, offering a pathway to a brighter and more secure financial future. Make your money work as hard as you do. To ensure your extra money isn't just sitting idle, it's crucial to understand how investments work. Merely keeping savings can lead to their erosion due to inflation, which diminishes their purchasing power over time. To counter this, it's advisable to transfer funds to an interest-bearing savings account that outpaces inflation. However, this alone won't generate wealth. True earnings come from investing wisely. Buffett advises against rushing into stock investments immediately. Instead, prioritize understanding the investment process. Dedicate time to regularly educate yourself about investing fundamentals. Instead of spending mornings scrolling through social media, allocate 10 to 20 minutes for informative reading, such as news related to investment trends. Analyze stock market movements to gradually build your knowledge and confidence in investment decisions. Overspending through credit cards. Americans, especially younger consumers, appear to be getting acquainted with buy now, pay later services. These services allow consumers to acquire items they can't afford by paying in installments. In fact, 57% of respondents to a survey published by FinMasters said they regretted using BNPL services after a purchase, highlighting the issue. Credit cards give easy access to money, and it's easy to get carried away with a credit card in hand. The convenience of buy now, pay later can lead to reckless spending habits. You might buy things you don't need or can't afford just because you can, but come with high interest rates. They can overshadow any benefits if one fails to make the full payment. This kind of debt can quickly compound, making it increasingly difficult to achieve financial stability. Avoiding or paying off credit card debt should be a priority. Living debt-free relieves stress and frees up more of your income to save and invest. Remember, the money you spend on your credit card isn't free, it's borrowed, so use it wisely. Buffett has advised against needless spending through credit cards and suggests eliminating this expenditure as a priority, as it helps curb overspending and enables significant savings that can be allocated towards further education. For his part, Buffett is all about spending in cash too. I got an American Express card, which I got in 1964. But I pay cash 98% of the time, he told Yahoo Finance. Chasing tech. In our tech-driven world, the temptation to constantly upgrade gadgets is high. Buffett has a history of sticking to functional rather than flashy tech. Before buying the latest gadget, one needs to see if the upgrade is really providing added value for the price. It doesn't make sense to buy a new phone when your older one can work just fine for the next 4 to 5 years. The constant cycle of upgrading to the latest gadgets is an expensive habit, especially considering the technology evolves so quickly. Often the latest technology offers minimal improvements at a high cost. Rather than constantly chasing the newest device, focus on investing in quality products that can last a long time and serve your needs well. Don't compare yourself to others and their flashy gadgets. Concentrate on your needs and priorities. Make sure to pay yourself first. According to Warren Buffett, do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. Essentially, save first and foremost, and once you've socked away as much as possible, then you can allow yourself to spend money. We often prioritize our immediate wants over our long-term needs, leading to financial struggles. By identifying and addressing expensive habits, we can improve our overall financial well-being. So, take your time to evaluate your spending habits and priorities, and make changes that align with your long-term goals. Use automatic deductions to make sure you save or invest your money before you pay everyone else. Approach your investments with a long-term mindset. Buffett isn't concerned with the supply and demand intricacies of the stock market. He's not really concerned with the activities of the stock market at all. This is the implication in his famous paraphrase of a Benjamin Graham quote, "In the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, it is a weighing machine." He doesn't choose stocks just because he thinks their prices are going to rise this week, this month, or even this year. Buffett buys stocks because he wants to own those businesses for the long term. He still sells stocks frequently and for a variety of reasons, but he approaches most of his investments with the mindset of owning them forever. And if you can't get into a forever mentality with your stocks, Buffett argues one of the best investments most people can make is a set-it-and-forget-it investment, such as an S&P 500 index fund. He looks at each company as a whole, so he chooses stocks based solely on their overall potential as a company. Buffett doesn't seek capital gain by holding these stocks as a long-term play. He wants ownership in quality companies that are extremely capable of generating earnings. Buffett isn't concerned when he invests in it whether the market will eventually recognize a company's worth. He's concerned with how well that company can make money as a business. Borrow wisely. I've seen more people fail because of liquor and leverage. Leverage being borrowed money. You really don't need leverage in this world much. If you're smart, you're going to make a lot of money without borrowing, he said. I've never borrowed a significant amount of money in my life. Never will. I've got no interest in it. The investor's sage advice on leverage has not changed over the years. Buffett repeated his warning and told investors not to use debt to buy stocks in his 2017 annual letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders and during an interview with CNBC. "It is crazy in my view to borrow money on securities," he told CNBC. "It's insane to risk what you have and need for something you don't really need. You will not be way happier if you double your net worth. If you don't have leverage, you don't get in trouble. That's the only way a smart person can go broke, basically. And I've always said, if you're smart, you don't need it, and if you're dumb, you shouldn't be using it," he told the US government in 2010 as part of an investigation into the 2007-2008 financial crisis. Be brave. Warren Buffett's journey with Geico began unexpectedly when he stumbled upon the company's name while studying at Columbia Business School. Intrigued by the affiliation with his mentor, Benjamin Graham, Buffett wasted no time in seeking out the company's headquarters. He got on a train and left New York City. Despite encountering locked doors upon his arrival in Washington, Buffett's determination led him to knock until a janitor let him in. Inside, he found Lorimer Davy Davidson. Davy had no reason to talk to him, but when Buffett told him he was a student of Graham's, he then generously spent hours answering Buffett's questions about insurance and explaining Geico's competitive advantage. This chance encounter, on a Saturday no less, proved pivotal in shaping Buffett's investment philosophy and ultimately changed the course of his life. Ignoring personal development. Buffett says the best investment one can make is in oneself. Hence, it is crucial to enhance skills and educate oneself to boost earning potential. According to Buffett, knowledge and abilities are assets that will always remain with you. Yet many people overlook personal development, focusing instead on materialistic possessions. Ignoring your personal growth can lead to stagnation, both personally and professionally. Whether it's learning a new skill, reading a self-help book, or attending a workshop, personal development activities can enhance your abilities and broaden your horizons. Make it a priority, not an afterthought. According to Warren Buffett, the best investment by far is developing yourself. In particular, he says, I would say communication skills are the first area I would work on to enhance your value throughout life. Because if you can't talk to people, you'll have a real problem selling anything, stocks or anything else. You must ultimately develop skills that other people are willing to pay for. You're set for success when you do, Buffett says. Or, as he puts it in financially tinged language, your abilities can't be inflated away from you. Buying new car, the depreciating asset and financial loss. New cars are notorious for their rapid depreciation. Buffett advises against buying new vehicles, which can lose a significant portion of their value in the first few years. Opting for a used car or holding on to a vehicle longer can save a lot of money, which can be better used for investments that appreciate over time. The car that Warren Buffett is driving as of 2023 is a modest 2014 Cadillac XTS. Although this car is far from the luxury vehicles that one would typically associate with the rich and famous, it reflects Buffett's humble nature and tendency to prioritize value over extravagance. Buffett recommends buying pre-owned cars and holding onto them for as long as they're reliable, instead of going for latest models that add significantly to the expenses and often turns into long EMI tenures. Gambling and lottery tickets, chasing losses, wasting resources. Gambling and buying lottery tickets are high-risk financial behaviors with meager chances of success. Warren Buffett cautions against viewing gambling as a quick path to wealth, emphasizing the need to comprehend the probabilities involved. He advocates for making financial decisions that prioritize long-term benefits over short-term gains, as many individuals have suffered losses by chasing immediate wealth through gambling. Despite the allure of quick wins, Buffett underscores the importance of maintaining a long-term perspective and exercising prudence in financial planning. Buffett advises against making bets with unfavorable odds. Instead, he advocates investing money in ways more likely to yield returns, such as the stock market or bonds. Fashion faux pas, the financial impact of expensive clothing. Expensive clothing and the pursuit of fashion can significantly drain finances. Icons like Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, and Steve Jobs are known for their simple wardrobes. Opting for a more modest and functional wardrobe can lead to significant savings. The concept of cost per wear suggests choosing quality, versatile pieces that last longer rather than chasing fast fashion. Instead of shopping out of boredom, try finding a fun activity with a friend that doesn't involve spending money. Distracting yourself from other hobbies can also help. It's better to invest in quality pieces that will last longer and consider the cost per wear of items. You can transform your outfits by swapping accessories and only buy your desired clothes. Unused gym memberships. According to a study, 80% of gym members that join in January quit within 5 months. Unused gym memberships are a common financial leak. While Buffett promotes active lifestyle, he cautions against unused gym memberships as they add significantly to the overall expenses. Rather, a low-cost fitness plan can be as effective as gym if followed properly, or walking, running, or home workouts can be just as effective. Subscription services, the silent budget eaters. In the era of digital services, it's easy to accumulate subscriptions that we rarely use. Regularly reviewing and canceling subscriptions that don't provide value can lead to significant savings. Buffett believes in being a conscious consumer, not a source of easy revenue for businesses through forgotten subscriptions. He hates wasting money on things that don't add value to his life. He would cancel any unused subscriptions. His preferences tend to be playing bridge on his computer and watching Nebraska college football, with no subscription required. Take a look at what you're signed up for and think about how often you use it. If it's not often, it might be time to cancel. You'd be surprised how much you can save by only paying for what you use. Increase your financial literacy. I love this simple quote from Charlie Munger, Buffett's closest partner and right-hand man. Go to bed smarter than when you woke up. A significant aspect of my role as an investor involves minimizing risk and reducing expenses. For an average individual, not necessarily well-versed in finance, the greatest risk lies in not understanding financial matters. Enhanced financial literacy enables better money management and optimization, regardless of one's financial status. While money holds importance, it doesn't equate to everything in life. Although certain possessions may bring temporary happiness, excessive accumulation can lead to the opposite effect, as noted by Warren Buffett. Buffett emphasizes the potential downside of owning numerous possessions, suggesting that they may eventually possess the owner. Therefore, it's crucial not to overlook other essential values, such as health, without which success is unattainable. Similarly, Buffett underscores the significance of friendships, considering them paramount after health.